All right. Hello there, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. So today we're doing something kind of unique and special. I want to give you guys a little tutorial, little video lesson on saunas. Now, not just any saunas, but I want to talk to you specifically about infrared saunas. And so what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about saunas, and then I'm going to call on you guys to ask me any questions that you have about saunas. So a little backstory first is that I really have always loved sitting in saunas, but I didn't know much about them until I started really doing my research and studying to become a holistic health coach. So what I was doing back 20 years ago, I would go to my local gym, right? And they have those saunas that have the coals in them, you know, that you put water on coals and it steams. And I always loved sitting in there. I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels amazing. I love it. I wish I could have one of these, right? So as I started then doing research, I had a good friend of mine who had a sauna in his house, and he invited us over. We sat in it, and I'm like, I want to get one of these, not only for my house, but I want to. So how do I do this? How did you get this in your house? So that began my research. So I spent probably about 8 months researching, like, what kind of saunas, the beneficials of infrared sauna versus cold saunas. And so I'm going to share that with you tonight. So infrared saunas are just the best sauna you can get for detoxing purposes and for health purposes. Okay, they're always a little higher on the price range because of the benefits and because of they're kind of like holistic. I think it's a holistic piece of equipment. I think of it as a holistic device. But infrared saunas are different because they use infrared heat to heat the sauna, okay? Whereas when you sit in a regular sauna, like at a gym or someplace, they use coal saunas. And it's just a different form of heat. That's more of a surface heat, okay, the coal saunas. That's why when you sit in a sauna that has the coal heating, it's sometimes really hard to breathe if it gets too hot in there. And like everything gets hot, like your skin gets hot and you can't stay in there very long. With infrared, though, it uses infrared technology, which is very different, and it's non-ultraviolet radiation, just so we're clear on that. But the infrared penetrates 3 inches into the skin, which is very detoxing, not only for detoxing chemicals and viruses and toxins out of your body, but it's also very good for your organs, and for fat, because we carry a lot of toxins in our fat cells. So the infrared sauna helps really detox some of those toxins out of the fat cells because of how far it penetrates into the skin. So whereas the cold saunas are very surface heat, okay? So sitting in infrared is amazing. So when I learned about all the benefits of infrared, then I started to do my research on, well, what kind of infrared? There must be different kinds out there. So I would see infrared saunas at Costco. I saw them at Walmart. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can get a sauna for $600. Amazing, right? Until I started doing my research, right? So here is what I know about infrared saunas. And this is why I chose the company HealthMate. Now, I'm sure there's many good saunas out in the world. Back when I was doing this research 10 years ago, HealthMate was the cutting edge. They were the ones that were only doing what I'm going to tell you that they're doing now. There might be some other ones out there doing it. Last time I researched, there wasn't. That's why the other saunas that you see at Costco or at Walmart are so cheap, because what HealthMate does is they have their saunas are beautiful, for one thing, and they have all these like little infrared blue and red lights on the top, so they have that benefit. But they also do not have toxic glue that they're made with, nor do they have toxic wood. That's really the benefit of HealthMate, is they use wood that's non-toxic, that's pure, free of all those chemicals, and the glue that they use is also non-toxic. So when you're sitting in other infrared saunas, and why they're so cheap is because they're using cheap material. So when that glue heats up in the sauna, you're breathing in those toxic air, the toxic fumes, okay? So that was one reason why I'm like, yeah, for sure. I don't want to put any more toxins in my body. So that's another reason why they're a little bit more expensive. The other thing is this sauna has very low EMF, like the EMF stands for damaging electromagnetic frequencies. And if you've heard about EMFs, you can do some research on it, but basically their high EMFs are very damaging to your body and to your cells. And so HealthMate prides himself into keeping that very, very, very low, which is another reason why I purchased EMF. Other saunas have high EMFs. And by the way, I have an EMF meter and I've tested it, and it's to be true that it is very low in EMFs. So there you go. So, you know, when we talk about detoxing, we're talking about the sauna penetrating into the skin deeply. So it's going to help detox heavy metals, chemicals that primarily accumulate in fat cells. So one of the best ways to detox is through the skin. The other way is when you exercise and sweat. You know, you can also sweat, and detoxing through the skin is very effective. However, when you exercise and sweat, super important, not saying don't do that, you should. However, when you sit in the sauna, your body heats up even more versus exercise. So it's just a deeper detoxification, obviously, when you do infrared, because it's penetrating 3 inches deep. And also the saunas at HealthMate are the only saunas that I have found that get up to 170 degrees. If you do your research, most saunas only go up to 130, 140. There's a couple I've seen that are 150 that are not, that are that are toxic though, right? So that's another reason why I liked the HealthMate, was because of that reason, because it gets really hot. So when I decided to purchase one, I decided that I wanted to get one for my home because they are portable. And we'll talk about this here in a little bit too, about the different sizes you can get. And I'll show you some examples of the different brands that you can get, but they're portable. So I had one at my house that was a 4-person. I wanted to get a 4-person just so I could lay down in it. But you know, you don't have to get one that's that big. You measure the size of your room or where you want to put in your house. And depending on the size that you get, some smaller saunas you can plug right into an ordinary outlet. The bigger saunas do require a 3-prong, which is I don't know the frequency, the velocity with the frequency, whatever that is, whatever it's called. So my sauna, I did have to hire a electrician to build a circuit, a different plug-in, which was only like $100, big deal, whatever. But some of them you can also just plug in regular into the wall. And the biggest thing is that they're portable and you can assemble them, and they're very easy to assemble actually, because they come in pieces and they're just put together by hinges. It's really cool. And so when I decided to open up my gym, my holistic gym here, I really wanted a sauna at my gym so my clients who I was training, who I was coaching, could also have the benefits of the sauna. So I brought my sauna from home at the time and brought it to my gym. And so my clients were able to also get the benefits of this detoxification experience. And it's great for fat loss. I'm not going to say it's better than nutrition, no, but it's really good for fat loss because, as I told you, as you guys have learned, fat cells have 3 things in them: water, toxins, and fat, right? So again, when you're detoxing some of those toxins out of your fat cell, you're going to decrease the size of the fat cell. And infrared technology does play a role in that. So I brought my sauna here to my gym at the time. And then I ended up missing it so much at my house that I bought another one because I wanted to be at home. I would leave here all sweaty and wet, and because there's no showers here, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I want it in my house. I can go in it when I want. So I ended up buying another one from HealthMate, of course. So I have 2 of them. I'm a big fan of them, which then is why I decided 3 years ago I was going to become a distributor, meaning that I was going to be able to sell these. And the only reason, you guys, I don't make money on these. I mean, I could if I really wanted to, but I didn't become a distributor to make money. I became a distributor so I could offer the value of my discount to my clients, because the benefits of the saunas are amazing. And I want my clients to get amazing results. You know, that's my intention, and that's my goal, and that is absolutely the only thing I want. I don't want money for a sauna. There's not a lot of revenue for a distributor anyway, but the discounts are amazing. So we'll talk about that later. So I am offering you guys what I could get it for. So you'll see what that breaks down to when we get to that point. Okay. So what I want to do next, really quick, before I open it up for questions, is I want to go to their website and just show you around a little bit on the website, because this is actually where you guys can go and you can do a lot of your own research on these saunas yourself, as far as like any of the sizing, in this on the website. It's very, very good about explaining the different kinds of saunas. The only thing they don't have on this website is the pricing. That's why you have to contact me for pricing, and I will give you what the retail is, but then I will also give you what my price is for. So if you go to where it says infrared sauna, this is the different saunas that they have. They have one called the Enrich, Restore, and Renew. So let's look at the Enrich first. The Enrich is the cheapest model, and it's only because it's smaller. So the Enrich 2 is a 2-person. Okay, so this is where basically you can sit in there. It's not big enough to lay down, but it sits 2 people pretty comfortably. These are accessories you can get. I have one of these. It's a little aroma therapy device, and so you just put that in there and then put your favorite essential oil in there, and you can do that. They all come with a timer. They all come with twinkle lights. I call them twinkle lights. Back when I bought my sauna, they didn't have the twinkle lights, the red or the blue lighting at the top, but now they all come with that. So you can kind of see here in the picture. Show it here. Let's see if they show it. Nope, I guess they don't. Yeah. So anyway, they all come with those little twinkle lights. So that's the 2-person. Then if you go to the 3-person, basically it just starts now they just get a little bigger, right? So now you have a 3-person. This one you would be able to lay down in with your knees up. Like mine at home is a 4-person. However, I can't, when I lay down, I can't. My knees are up a little bit, or I have to kind of sit at an angle. But I lay down on mine all the time. None of them are big enough unless you get the 8-person, where you can actually lay out where your legs are flat. But on these, you can lay down and put your knees up, and it's great. I love it. So as you can see, they're portable, so they can kind of go in anywhere in your house. If you ever move, you buy one and then you move, you take it with you. They're not a permanent fixture in your house, which is nice. They also have corner units. So if you have a corner that you want to put it in, you can. The one I have is not a corner unit. So again, you'd have to specify that. And they have these little back rests that you can put up. So as you can see here, she's in a 3-person. So her legs are straight out. If she would lay down, she would just have to bring her knees up. Okay. So that's that. Oh, they all come with do they all come with a C? I think they all come with a CD player and Bluetooth, and a jack so that you can play music inside of the sauna also, which is also a nice feature. Okay. That comes with it. So that's the Enrich, and then you have the Enrich corner. This is the corner one I was telling you about. Let's take a look at that one. So it does look a little different. So you see, then it's a corner unit. So you can put it in the corner of your house. Yeah. So right down here, just so you guys know, this is where the infrared heat comes out of, right? So you'll never see anything. You'll never hear anything. They're quiet. They're amazing. The heat doesn't blow on you. The other thing too, what I love about the infrared versus the cold is I said earlier that when you sit in a cold sauna, you know how it gets kind of hot in there, and it's just like sometimes you can't stay in there very long. With the infrared, I can sit in my sauna at 170 degrees for 10 minutes, and I never, or 15 or 20. I started off with 10 or 15, and now I work my way up to like a half hour, right? Just until you get a good sweat. So your tolerance for the heat will increase as the longer you have one, and the more your body gets used to it. However, with a cold heating, it's uncomfortable. So you can't breathe very well in the cold heated saunas. In the infrared, you're actually able to breathe very easily. It's a very different type of heat. Okay. All right. And then if we look at the Restore, So now these are getting they're just the next level up, right? So now they're getting a little bigger. This is what I have. So I have an older model. I don't have a new model. So my model actually looks like this. My windows come all the way down though, and mine actually have a little bench here on the sides. This one doesn't, but this one here, as you can see, has a two-seater, so you could have one person up here and one up here, and then they have it's just a little bigger. Again, there's the lights. They have different color lights. They're cool. Also, the other thing this one has is taller. So I don't know if you noticed on this picture, but if you stand in here, like you could have a tall, probably like a 6-foot man stand in there. With the other saunas, they're shorter. So for somebody like me, I can stand in my sauna I have right now. I'm 5'3", but like Mark cannot stand up straight. He's too tall. So that's the other thing when you start pricing out and learning what the specs are on the website here under each of the saunas, it will tell you what the dimensions are for you guys. So here, she almost fully lays down. So that's there, as you can see, they're getting bigger. Okay. Let's see. Then let's go to the next. This is the therapy lounge. This now, the only difference between the other one and this one is that these have adjustable, I'll show you here. They have adjustable benches in there, and this one also has a side seat. So again, they're getting a little bigger. Okay, so this has an adjustable, like a lawn chair inside there. Kind of fun. Okay, so there's some different pictures of how you can lay down in the bigger saunas like that. Oh my, look at how seductive that picture is. My goodness. All right, then the last one is the Renew, and these are, again, the smaller. This is a one person, very inexpensive. These are pretty inexpensive, but if you know that you never want to lay down and you still want the same benefits, then this would be totally fine for you, right? It's just a little smaller. Okay. And then we have the Renew 2-person. So if you guys see one that you're kind of like, "Ooh, I want a price on that," or "I want to know about that," then just write it down, and then you can go back in here later and do more digging as far as like the dimensions and stuff. But I'll give you the pricing here in a little bit. Okay. And then the last one is the Renew 3-person. So again, they're just getting a little bigger as we go here. Come on. Yeah. Okay. All right. So there's the Bluetooth auxiliary. That's kind of nice. Mine doesn't even have a Bluetooth. Mine just has a CD player. Okay. So again, if you guys found one that you're kind of like, "Oh, that looks kind of cool," then you can always go back and go to the particular sauna and look at the dimensions. Okay. If you want to get pricing, it won't give you any pricing. It'll send you to a rep and they'll call you and all that. So um, you have to go through me if you want the special pricing. But here's the product specification. So if you click on that, then it gives you an actual PDF of all the dimensions. It's like a spec sheet. So you guys it actually tells you here too what kind of power you need, plug-in power, the volts, the watts, the amps, all of that. Okay. All right. So let's, I think I kind of covered most everything as far as the technical aspects of the sauna. So now what I want to do is I'm going to open it up for questions that you guys have about any particular sauna. Again, don't ask me dimensions only because I want you guys to be able to go back in and do the dimensions yourself because I don't know the dimensions of your house. So go ahead and you can measure that yourself. But if you have any general questions, great. I also am going to say, just for the sake of this video, because I don't know when you're watching this, but the pricing I'm going to give today is reflective of today. And if you watch, if you're watching this a few months down the road, the pricings may have changed a little bit. So just know that the pricing I'm giving today is today's current pricing. So make sure that if you are interested in saunas, don't hold it to this pricing because you know how it goes. Things always change in the future. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. I'm going to open up for questions. So go ahead and unmute or raise your hand if you have a question. And Angie would like to go. Actually, I'll unmute you guys, or just don't all unmute at the same time. What I'll do is if you raise your hand, I'll call on you and then unmute, or you can unmute. Hi, Ange.
Hi.
Did I answer some of your questions?
Yeah, so can we start with some of the questions that were posted in the
Yes.
group chat for those that are not on?
Yes.
So one of the questions was, can they be used outside during like a Minnesota winter, where you're getting the ice and the snow and the weather?
To be honest, yes, but I would not put one outside unless it's covered like underneath a deck or something. But yeah, you could. They're waterproof.
I think I saw on their website where they may sell even like a canvas cover to go over
They
them
do.
too. Yeah.
Yes. It's kind of like a pool where they can sell a cover. Yep. So you can put them outside. Absolutely. I know for me, I don't know if I would put it without some sort of covering, like you said, or something like that. But yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. So I think you covered the next one. What size in order to lie down? So that would be a 3 or bigger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
3-person.
And again, remember the 3-person. Even like I have a 4-person, but I have the side one, the side thing. So it's actually mine is it's really a 3-person, but they call it a 4-person because they put the 2 things on the side, which then you can fit more people in there. But even the 3-person, you can lay down with your knees up. It's totally fine. If you want to go flat though, then you'll just have to go bigger. Like if you want to lay flat, then you'll have to just get a bigger one.
You covered the outlets. Can they be put on carpet?
Yes.
And they can go right up against a wall
mm-hmm.
too? You don't need to leave a space in between or no gap?
No, okay. You'll have the plug-in. So whatever gap that is for the plug-in, you'll need that space to be able to get in there. So yeah, you'll need like 4 inches or something, but it's a good question. But no, you don't need you can flush it right up against the,
okay.
If you saw my one at home, it's like it fits perfectly in our little room. It's a little room. So it'll fit right up next to the wall.
Do they get hot at all on the outside?
No.
Okay.
No.
Any accessories you recommend to get with them?
Yeah.
I know you covered the aromatherapy, but
yeah. I'm going to actually look at the accessory list because like I said, when I got mine back 10 years ago, the twinkle lights, they call them now, they call it something else. They call it like aromatherapy lights or something like that. They weren't even included, but now all of the products get those. So some of the accessories are, some of the accessories are the aromatherapy, that little aromatherapy thing that I stated. Also, you can get outdoor lighting, like for the outside. You can get magazine holders. You can get let's see. I'm just looking here for floor mates. They're actually so if you have one outside, you might want to get a floor mat or mate, they call it. Otherwise that they come pretty loaded now, to be honest.
What about like that backrest you showed? Does that come as an accessory or does that come with specific units?
No, you have to buy that separate.
Okay.
To be honest, I never use that because for me,
yeah.
I'm in there and I'm laying down. And I don't, but if you like to read and stuff, I've read in there a couple times, which is nice. And that backrest is nice if you read, but I've used it without the backrest too. I've just put a towel up. So yeah.
So you just close your eyes and chill then?
I bring my phone in there.
Okay.
Or I listen to music.
I was going to ask if the heat bothers the phone at all. So
yeah,
obviously not.
It does, but
okay.
I let it, I sit in there for 20 minutes and I let my phone, cool off and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the best for your phone, I don't think, but I've been doing it for 10 years. This hasn't ruined my phone. But I listened to a lot of podcasts in there, but now with the Bluetooth, that's what's cool. See, I don't have Bluetooth in mine. So now what you could do is you could plug your phone outside, and have something going, a video. You could have a video even going outside of the window and then hook it through your Bluetooth speakers, and you could watch TV without your phone even being in there. So the newer models are nicer than the one I have. So.
Any certain way they have to be cleaned and maintained?
So no, that's what's cool is because the heat actually does the cleaning. But what you do want to do is to prevent sweat spots. I always recommend that you lay towels down when you sauna, because that'll just prevent the wood from looking like stained kind of deal. But no, if you want to vacuum them out every once in a while because fuzz and stuff gets in there, but there's no maintenance. It's so amazing because the heat, actually, the infrared will kill anything that's in there. It's crazy.
How many times a week do you recommend using them, and for how long?
Depends on you. So I used to go in there every single day, but then I decided to, because if you're fasting, right? If you're intermittent fasting and you're not getting your nutrients, you're going to sweat out all your nutrients. So, but now that I'm on, if you're on good supplements, then you can go in there every day. Yeah, you can go in there every day. It just depends on you and your situation, and if you're extremely nutrition deficient, or you have a low potassium or low electrolytes, then you just got to make sure that you're always replenishing those electrolytes and drinking lots of water. But I go in it almost every day, especially in the winter. It's very healthy for you.
Any potential dangers with using one?
Well, I think if you have kids, you want to make sure that the kids don't go in there unsupervised. Also, what's cool about the infrared sauna is that they have a timer on them, so you only can have it set for an hour, and then they automatically kick off. So that's kind of nice. I think that some of them now you can actually buy phone, like, so you could start it from your phone, start it up so it preheats for you. But that doesn't take very long to preheat. It's like 20 minutes to preheat. So any dangers? No, not real. I can't think of any. I mean, I would say if you have a condition where you're dehydrated or you have an electrolyte imbalance, then you want to make sure that you're just, you're doing the right things there. But it's actually really good for people with heart conditions, because an inflammation, diabetes, oh my gosh, cancer, they're very therapeutics, very good for you.
Do you dry brush in it?
Yes.
I seen that. Okay, I saw
Well,
that.
I usually dry brush outside of the sauna because I don't want my skin flakes in the sauna. So I usually dry brush outside the sauna. However, it's so freaking cold right now, so I have been dry brushing inside my sauna. I have towels down, but yes, you can dry brush in there too.
Okay, and then I think that's all of the group's questions for those that weren't on. And then between models, I guess.
Yeah.
Can you tell us any difference, like Renew 2 and the Enrich 2? What are the model differences?
It's just size, right? It's just size, and actually the Renew 2, size and price. So the Renew 1, 2, and 3 are just like, 1 is a 1-person, 2 and 3, it's just price. And then the Enrich, they're just a little bigger. So they all go, well, no, that's not true, because Renew, they have the 3-person. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I might have to.
One says, the Renew says that it's carbon technology, and the Enrich 2 says it's full spectrum.
Ah, look at you. That's, yeah.
I just had looked at the sheets. One says it has a flat bench and one has an ergonomic bench.
Yeah, so the ergonomic bench, remember that was the one where it looked like a lawn chair inside?
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah, so that, I thought that was the main difference, is just the features of the sauna.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know that that I have to research what you said there about the one was, what you said was carbon. What'd you say it was?
Carbon. I think carbon plus technology, it says. Technology far infrared coupled with Trolfa carbon flat panel heaters. And then the other one says it's technology mid and far infrared heaters. LED near infrared light therapy.
Oh yeah, so the biggest difference is, I'm gonna confirm that, because when I talked to my rep this week, he said that all of them came with the the red light there. I call them twinkle lights because back in the day when I bought mine, they were called twinkle lights. Now they call it the fancy thing, the red, blue, whatever. But I'll confirm with him the difference between, like, if there's more colors or something. I don't know. I will confirm that, and I'll post and make a adjustment or make a note in this about that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk. Anybody else have any questions before I go into pricing? I'm sure that's what you guys all want to know. Okay, Paulette. Hi.
Okay. Hi. Okay, so do they use a lot of electricity?
Great question. No, that's what's so crazy.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's so low. I don't even notice the difference on my electrical bill.
Okay.
You know, they say it's pennies, and it really is, because my electric bill is nothing.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And then as far as health benefits go, I mean, I know you said it's good for diabetics, heart conditions, inflammation, but like what are the benefits exactly?
That's it.
Okay.
Inflammation is huge. I mean, everybody has chronic inflammation. That's what's causing disease in the world, right? So
Right.
inflammation, you're sweating out heavy metals and toxins.
Okay.
So when you're out in public and you're breathing all these toxins in this air and stuff, you're breathing in that crap, right? So this is going to help detox from that. Also, anytime you guys are eating food, right? It's inevitable that when we eat, even if it's organic, we're going to have certain chemicals and viruses and stuff in our food. Especially if you go out to eat and you don't know if it's organic, you're ingesting that stuff, right? So it's just another way to keep those toxins and detox the body.
So if you were, let's say, having chemotherapy, that would be good for detoxification.
You would have to check with your oncologist. I don't want to make any medical claims, although I have had clients who have absolutely done chemo or done the sauna, like after their chemo treatments, not during it, but after, because they're very. So you would have to talk with the oncologist about it, but if somebody has cancer, this is it would be very good for them. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Great questions. It's also good for your immune system, and it's also good for your metabolism too, because your body is heating up. One of the really amazing treatments for cancer it's called PMF. And you actually go in and they actually make you sit in this chair, and they, depending on where your tumor is in your body, they actually put this intense infrared light in the area that your cancer is. And they use that technology for decreasing cancer. So this is similar, except it's overall, it's not just one spot, it's your overall detoxing method, your skin, right? Good questions, ladies, so far.
And it makes you a size 4 after 4 tries, right?
I am not going to tell you guys. I don't want you to buy one. If I don't want you guys to think, here's the message. I don't want you guys to think that this is a way to lose weight. No, your diet is how you lose weight. However, it does help with your weight. I mean, it does. It does. But that's not the way to do it.
I better mute myself.
That's your new puppy. Yeah. All right, any other questions, Paulette?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right, Ange.
What about winter blues? Does it help? I'm assuming because of the lights and the heat, it should help with
winter blues.
Yeah, like a seasonal,
I would think so, but that's a low in B vitamins, girl. We need to.
That's what Steve's like. I just want to get somewhere where it's warm and where you can feel that heat.
I'm telling you something. That's why I bought this back years ago, was because I couldn't stand I wanted something to look forward to. Every night in the winter, I look forward to getting home and sitting in my sauna. It's amazing. Yes, it just makes you feel so good, and it's so warm when you come in. When you come in from the cold night, you know, and you're out in the snow and you get in that sauna. Oh, there's nothing like it. So it absolutely is very therapeutic. Yes. But can I say it's going to cure winter blues? I don't know. You know, cured my
No, that's
winter
all he
blues.
wanted. Yeah, just that heat and that warmth and
It's very relaxing. My friend who's the one that introduced me to this one, what they would do is they would do card parties. So what because they have a huge one, right? They have it's huge, and so they left the sauna on all day, and they'd play cards in there and games in there, and they just leave the door open, and so people would walk in and out. They also have a hot tub, but they would just be in and out of there all day. They just made a party out of it. It's amazing, and then you can set the temperature too, however you want it. You want it really hot or so yeah, they're fun. It was one of my best investments I made. Because again, I've had mine for 10, I've had both of them, one for 10 years, one for, hey, longer than that, because we've been married for 15 years. It's been longer. My first one I've had for 13 years, and the second one's been about 9 or 10. I've never had a problem with either one of them. So the maintenance on them is nothing. You know, the only thing is that my older one now is just older. I mean, it's just older, you know. But the only problem I ever had was one of the back rest things, one of the wood busted on it, because, you know, I had women in here using it every day and they were hard on it. But other than that, nothing mechanical with the sauna itself. So very good investment. Your few grand that you spend on it will last forever, ever, never, never. Okay, any other questions? Let's go into pricing really quick, and then I think we'll be done, just so you guys can get an idea, okay? I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so let's start with the Renew, because these are the cheapest line. So the Renew one person, okay, one person. If you would go on the website and you would buy this off the website, is $3,800. Okay, so they're pricey. I can get it for you for $25, and depending on where you live, that includes tax and shipping depending on where you live. So I would round up $200 for shipping. So you're looking at $27 for that one. Okay, the Renew 2 person retail is $4,200. You can get it for $28. Again, I'm adding $100 for shipping until I can make sure that that's clear. And then the Renew 3 person retails for $45. That's one where you can put your feet up and kind of lie down. They're beautiful, you guys. They're so pretty, and yeah. And that I could get you that one for $3. Okay, so then now we're a little higher up on the sauna scale. The Enriched 2 person. And again, what I do want to find out for you guys, the difference between the Enrich and the Renew, as far as the size. I mean, they are a little bigger. The Enrich are a little bigger, but they're also that carbon technology. I just want to verify that. But anyway, this one, the Enrich 2, is $5,400 retail. I can get it to you for $31. The Enrich 3 person, $5,900. I can get it to you for $35, almost half off. And then the Enrich Corner, Enrich 3. I said that one right. Enrich 3. I don't have the Enrich Corner price. So if anybody's interested in Enrich Corner price, I would have to get that for you. And then the Therapy. These are the big ones. So the Therapies. Therapy Lounge, $78,000. People pay for it, $8,000. You can get it for $46. Okay, and then the Elevated. This is the one that has. Is this the one that has the? Oh, okay. I see. So the difference between the elevated is the 2-tier. This one is also the same price. So 70, 79, 8 grand basically, and like 46 for this one. And then the other one, the difference was the lawn chair inside. So that was the therapy, and that's the same price. It's just it has the lawn chair type of thing in it, the backrests and all that. Okay. All right. I'm not going to post these prices anywhere just because it's gonna change. It might change for down the road, but those of you who are on this call, I can email it. I can email it to you. I have no problem with doing that. And then what I'll do is I'll just make sure I understand the difference between the Renew and Rich as far as the mechanics, because that's the price difference is the mechanics, and the Renews are a little smaller than the Enrich. Okay. So any questions on that? And then the accessories are separate, and that they're not that expensive, but if any of you want any accessories, then you just have to let me know and I can price that out for you. The Aroma Mate, it's like 40. The backrest is like 30. That floor thing, $40. Yeah, so okay. All right. Okay, go ahead, Ange.
So I think at one point you said if like multiple of us bought, we could maybe get a deeper discount. Is this the best price you can get is what you just gave us then?
Yeah, I can give you, if I can get three people buy, you can get free shipping. So I would knock that 100, 200 off. That's why I was telling you guys, depending on who buys and where you're at, you might have to do shipping. But so I can get that price off for you. So if I get three people at a time to buy, then you'll get it for shipping and taxes included. Except if you're in California, because they're in California. So California shipping will be free, but if you're in California, you have to pay tax. That's what sucks about living in the same state as where the company is. So, okay. So, yes, Paulette. Hi again.
Hello.
Great. Hi.
Are they hard to put together?
No.
Okay.
Mark did it in like 10 minutes.
Well, I'd probably be the one putting it together, so that's what I was asking.
No, it's super cool because it's kind of, well, Mark did it by himself. It's probably a 2-person job for a woman though, because you do have to, the panels are a little heavy. You just got to put them up and then it's a hinge, but it's not hard. They're just, okay. The actual heaters where the heaters are in the sauna are a little heavy,
Okay.
But it's not hard to put together at all.
Okay.
Nope. Great question. Okay, I think if that's any other questions, I'm gonna stop the recording. Any other questions on saunas? No? All right. So those of you watching, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly, post in the group. I will give you additional information. Again, just a clause to say that the pricing I listed today is as of today. It may not reflect the pricing that you will be able to get if you reach out to me. So have an amazing day. I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you on the inside.